And good evening from the Panther Den. At the United Township High School, this is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com. And good evening, I'm Jeff Wellman as we come into tonight's game. Been up here last night, and back again. We should have spent the night here. The girls won last night here 52-24. The guys coming tonight 3-9, 1-3 in the conference. East Moline 9-5 and 3-1 in the conference. Last year these two teams met, and East Moline's team last year gave our good team a fit on both games back on December 20th here at the Panther Den. Quincy was up 14-12 after one, tied 32-32 at the half, 47-42 after three, and won 69-53. Thomas had 19, Mark Louthan had 17, and BL3 had 16. Tyler Horvath had 14, and Octavius Hickman 10. Those are names you'll hear tonight. Then on February 7th at Blue Devil Gymnasium, East Moline jumped out 13-3 after one, led 22-13 at the half. Devils came back with a great third quarter, only gave up 3 points and led 35-25, went on to win 53-43. Clay had 18 in that one, BL3 had 10, and Josiah Massey had 12 for the Panthers, and he's back as well. First game back since the holidays. Well, not for us, but the first game back for the Blue Devils, and so we'll see how they played. They had a good week of practice. Coach, after a week like that and a week and a half, usually your legs are feeling pretty good.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Blue Devils down in Collinsville, were kind of put in a tough situation. They played 11 o'clock on, I believe, Sunday. Then they came back, had to play again at 6. Two tough fought. Belleville All Tough was a 3-point loss, I believe, and they beat Granite City by 2. Two tough ball games for them. Then they had to come back and play in the morning at 10. 3 games, young legs not used to stuff like that. Not a good game, on Monday before they came home. So they've had a couple of weeks to think about it, which is a good thing for them.
Indeed.
Yeah, so and the coaches, they probably made some adjustments, and we're going to be ready to play tonight.
And we hope so. This is the Mecha pregame show, and we're at the Mecha Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight, Better Bed, Less Money, Quincy and Jacksonville, or SleepTightMidwest.com. When we return, we'll hear from Coach and more of the pregame show right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight. Sleep tight.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
And welcome back to the pregame show. It's time for Coach's Comments, brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. With me, the head coach of the Blue Devils, Andy Douglas. And it's been a while since we've seen you, so I'll start with Happy New Year, since I haven't seen you since the holidays.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you as well.
Now, you've had a week and a half, basically, to work. And I've been asking about practices, and I know it's peaks and valleys, but how did last week's practice go?
We've had 6 in a row that have been the best practices that we've had. And I give our guys a lot of credit, winning 3 games at this point and still coming in with a mindset of wanting to get better, wanting to push each other. This is the best week that we've had of guys getting after each other, making everybody better. The energy has been great. We talked a little bit this week about having that translate to what we do on Friday, Saturday, Tuesday nights, but really like what we've done in practice.
And we saw that, and I know a lot of people, discourage, it's young and this. I don't think they realize how much fun this team is. And in those 2 games we watched down at Collinsville, even though we were in the auxiliary gym, played pretty darn good against Granite City, and really a good game before that. I'm not sure we played well the next day, but we weren't there. So, but we're seeing that improvement, and that's what you expect from a young team. You're not going to jump out on the podium and take first place.
No, they're not. And the goal every day is to come with the mindset that they've had the last week and a half or so, and they've done that. You know, talk about wins and losses. Regardless of if we have 25 wins or 0 wins, my message to them is always the same. We're not. Don't look at the scoreboard. Look at your effort individually and our effort as a team that we put out each and every game. And if we do the things that we're supposed to do, we expect to compete. And if we don't, then we take a big step down. So, you know, we're to the point of the season where the youth excuses long gone with this group. You know, the inexperienced group or excuses long gone with this group. So, you know, now it's just time to, you know, put it into action. What we've done in practice has got to translate to games.
I always check in on injuries or sicknesses, how we doing on that, and I guess one of those will be where's Milton stand, even though maybe we don't know.
Milton was back this week doing non-contact drills. You know, he's been running, he's been working it out, so we're hoping to have him back here soon. What soon is, I'm not really sure. It could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be 4, but we're hoping to have him back soon, and once we get him, you know, I know it's going to be a big relief for him just getting back, but we also got to understand he's not going to be at 100% when he gets back either. So a lot of times the mental part is just as bad as the physical part when guys get back from an injury like that. So, you know, we're going to have our hand on him a little bit, you know, protect him a little bit, but, you know, other than that, our guys are good. Unfortunately, tonight we're going to be without Thomas Woodson. You know, we won't have him in the lineup. Won't have him in the lineup for a couple games due to you know, an issue that I don't want to discuss now, but, you know, he'll be out, but it's going to give some of our other guys like Avion Tate a chance to play. It's going to give Wilson Freiberg a chance to get some more minutes. Both of those guys have been great in practices.
Now, I won't ask either, but I had a great talk with Thomas right before his good game in Granite City. And I tell you, the kid really listens. He really pays attention. We talked about the family a little bit and all this and some things I didn't know about. And he went out, and the biggest key with I'm talking to him was hold on to the attitude. Focus that. You can't be getting mad, can't be swinging, you know, elbows and that. And I was really impressed at how he listened and paid attention. And you love a kid who gets aggressive out there.
Yeah, you do. You do. You just got to be able to channel that energy and put it into something positive, not something negative. You know, we are young. He's learning. You know, we got a lot of maturing to do with our group, but they're getting there.
Now we know UT was look good last year. They played our squad last year good both times. Actually led down in Quincy, tied I believe up here. 9-5 this year, but what do you see out of them?
A group that is really what it looked like to me is they're trying to find themselves as well. Guys not shooting the ball as well from outside. Now I say that, knock on wood. They don't go 10 for 10 to start the game, but they have some size inside. Guys that the couple brothers out there that want to get downhill and create, but they're also dangerous from shooting too. So it's going to be a tough guard for us. But again, we haven't played in a while, so you're always a little concerned about how your guys are going to react to that. But you know, I know our guys are more than prepared and ready to go.
I think it's going to be a good one, and good luck, and we'll catch you after the game.
All right, thank you.
And that's Andy Douglas. Of course, his comments are brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we return, the Blue Devils and the Panthers from the Panther Den on MeccaSportsCo.com.
QHS Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit QHS Honda.
And QHS Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit QHS Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how QHS makes it easy.
Get a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at MeccaSportsCo.com, on YouTube at YouTube.com/@MeccaSportsCo, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/MeccaSportsCo. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And welcome back to the Panther Den. Wellman and Pettit in the pregame show. You heard from Coach Douglas there, and it's fun. It's first game back since the holidays, so it'll be interesting seeing how they play. It's back to the Western Big Six, a team that we talked about, the Panthers this year. Look at them at the top of the conference. They're trying to find themselves, but they've lost to some good teams.
Well, yeah, I mean, the teams that they've lost to, they lost to Moline by 3, and Moline's a pretty good team. We saw Moline, I saw Moline earlier against QND, who's ranked number 1, in 2A. Great ball game, first game of the year. They're a good ball club. Metamora by 15, the Peoria area power. I think they're 12-4 now, if I'm not mistaken. Bad loss to DeKalb by 6. I know how that goes, though. And then you got Neckle Valley, who's 15-1. They lost to them by 5. And Norwell Community is a power this year. We saw them down at State Farm. Very, very good ball club. And they lost to them by 10, I think a couple, 3 days ago. So they've gotten out back on the court. It kind of makes me a little bit nervous tonight.
Well, look at him, too. We know the big guy, Octavius Hickman, inside, big and strong. The rest of it's guards. And looking back last year, we had a couple of the Massies playing well, also Horvath. So those guys have been on the floor and got a pretty good squad. And last year, they looked pretty good. So those were the leading scorers coming into this year. And, by the way, I finally got to 8 Open today. Coach Burner and I went down and grabbed a bite to eat there at the 601 Main, a Southern Kitchen. Had a chance to talk to Jared Tipton as well. Said, what do you recommend? And they got me all set up. And I tell you, I was so stuffed after the nap that even coming up here, I'm still full from lunch. So get on in there. Next week they got the new launch of their menu on Wednesday, and they'll be open on Wednesday. So it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, as well as Saturday. Check their hours. That's 8 Open, a Southern Kitchen, 601 Main in Quincy. And also a shout out to Mike Homan, who just had triple bypass. His wife and daughter caught me in Monmouth at the gas station, and they're here tonight watching the game as well, and just wishing him the best. So hopefully a speedy recovery there for him. Seems like there was somebody else to give a shout out to, and I'll catch it a little later there. So no birthdays that I know of or anything. Your birthday today? No, you're back in November, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
So we get into tonight here, and of course we're in the Panther Den. You're always on the road. We talk about playing on the road. Try to steal one once in a while. We'll be over at Galesburg soon, trying to steal one there after winning one at home. And this is one of those teams I think the Devils can match up with and really gives them a pretty good barometer on where they're at right now, early in the season, mid-season, but early in the season, really.
Well, if you look at common opponents, I believe East Moline beat Galesburg by 3, if I'm not mistaken, and the Blue Devils beat them by 4. However, East Moline won on the road, against Galesburg at the Theo, and, we won at home. But still, it shows you what this Blue Devil team can do.
Should be a good one tonight. Good crowd out here. And nice, and for those who watched last night, they bring down all the curtains, which basically is on both ends of the court and the side, and then they keep all the lights out on the upper deck. So it was dark in this corner. We're at the same table, but awful bright. But they may shut those down during the game. I can't remember.
They can't do it because we got fans sitting up.
Well,
over here.
we'll be ready either way with my camera and my light to make sure we're on top of that. So second half of the season, Blue Devils girls last night had a heck of a ball game, and now they'll go into the Sophie Classic down at Columbia. Bob Butchard Gymnasium there at Columbia College. I always think of Ryan Nyson as he went down there and had a heck of a career. And Butchard had a pretty good program there for a number of years in ranked teams. Tomorrow it's 2:30 against Park Hill South, and then 1 o'clock on Sunday they will take on Stratford. And that's who they played last year. Last year, I've mentioned it, we had a win in overtime and a loss in overtime. They played 2 good ball games down there. Devils right now are 11-5 as they added another game to the conference win after beating East Moline last night. And it's nothing but Linnell, Awu, and a bunch of young guards. Although, I must say, Bennett Hughes, and she played well last year. She didn't end up on my program until the game started. She was kind of not on the first roster, but she can play. So you put a couple of those players and some of the young team together, it takes a while to build again, or rebuild in their case. going from winning the conference to last in the conference. And we'll be excited to see what the starting lineup is here as Milton's down there giving high fives to everybody. Did I hear that the officials are working their final game?
Yep.
Now, the one guy you guys know in the glasses, and I know Spivey. Steve Spivey, he's worked a lot of John Wood games, and I've always enjoyed Steve. We usually talk. He usually gives a wink, so we'll have to, if he looks up here, we'll give him a shout out, but he did not. They're getting a basketball. So even after they're done, they can go out and play some hoops. Who's the other guy? Do you know him? Because I know there's a nickname on his whistle, and I can't think what it is.
Yeah, well, I've been over here with, junior college. Brought my Henry County College here to play, and yeah, I've seen all these guys. Now, do I know their names? No. And
I know the guy in the glasses because last year we talked about him because it was a key game, and there was always a call that he likes to make in a certain spot of a game. And there's trying to give a technical to Andy Douglas off the start, having a little humor there.
An honorary technical.
Yeah, there you are. And Spivey.
I would be honored.
Spivey has done a great job. I've watched him from John Wood and also through the high school action as well. So we'll give a chance to give him a thumbs up at some point. Time for our national anthem. We'll stay here and honor our flag with standing, putting our hand over our heart. And the band begins to play. It was down there where we were that first year, and then they said the band will be near here. I thought they were in the stands, so thank goodness they're a little bit farther down there. And by the end of the night, Brock will feel his ears. Let's get the starting lineups first for the visiting Blue Devils, your Blue Devils, in their road blue, trimmed in white. Number 5, Avion Tate will get the start. He's a 6'2 senior. Number 10 at the point, that's Parker Douglas. He's a 5'9 freshman. Number 20, Juels Clausel, the sophomore, 5'11". Tim Griffith, I met Tim's mom before the game. Shout out to her. Number 32, Tim Griffith. He's a freshman at 6'2". And the big man inside, number 54, Brennan Lepper, a freshman at 6'7", coached by Andy Douglas, assisted by Bruce Bonas. There's the lights. Jeff Obert and Ryan Brown, and manager Raymond Jones, as you hear the Panthers. And now the cheerleaders in all corners of the gym with the lights. Lights are out. You can actually watch. Flashlights are going. The Panther gets taken out to the front. I wondered why. One time, bring a live Panther, bring him out on the court and film it. And then what you do, you take that film and then you put it onto the court every time. So you only bring them out. So maybe you bring the live one out when nobody's here, so you don't have to worry. But then I think that would look so cool, having a Panther chase in at the opposing team, kind of like the devil coming over and taunting.
No.
And their starting lineup now for the home team. It's the Panthers. They'll start number 1, Leo Zim, 5'9". He is a junior. Number 2, Jordan Massey, 6'2", junior. Number 11, Josiah Massey, a 6' senior. Number 30, Tyler Horvath, a 6-foot senior. And rounding out the big guy inside, number 50, Octavius Hickman, a 6'6" senior. So senior-laden, more or less, experienced team against the Young Devils. Head coach Andy Say, he's been doing a good job here, even though it's said on a couple of programs that it was Weber, and we know better than that. Is it time for the Jakai shout-out? The game, he gets one a game. And we're ready to go. Devils will work left to right.
He's got to start paying us.
Joe Thompson from Galesburg. Thank you. That's the official. And Coach Bruner knew who it was right away. And we're ready to go. Lepper will be in the center circle. Octavius Hickman also in the center circle. And the Devils win the opening tip.
That's going to be a very key battle for the game. The two big guys underneath the basket.
Clausell out high. Man-to-man coming from the Panthers. Ball works over to Douglas. He goes in the high post, top of the key actually, to Lepper. Lepper being guarded by Octavius Hickman. It goes over to Griffith. Good patience for the first time for the Devils. Clausell goes baseline and then loses the handle on the drive. So patience around, and then we decided to drive and took it to a short corner which wasn't there.
Well, and some of the keys of the game I had down, focus on each possession, offensive and defensively, take care of the basketball. After I looked at the stats, it's like 1 to 2.5, assists per turnovers. Good box out by Lepp on.
Shot taken there by Sim. Leo missed it. Devils with the basketball, crossing half court. Jewels through the legs to the right side. Griffith lobs inside at the second block. Lepper started to make a move. Help came back out to Griffith. That's got to be that inside-out game.
Oh, that's one of those things. You throw it in like that, you get double team, kick it back out, then repost.
Lepper lobs inside. Good strong move. Avion Tate missed it. Tate gets his own rebound. Tate takes a reverse. No good. But 2 good looks for Avion and a good pass inside. Still no score into the first minute of the ball game. Hickman, long 3. We had a couple of those last night that didn't hit a rim or anything. Devils will have the ball as.
Well, from what it looks like, if he wants to shoot that one, let him go ahead and do it.
I would say so. A much lower percentage than being point blank. And Jewels gets it stolen. Taken to the hole.
Got it stolen.
Yeah, excuse me. And the first points of the game is Horvath with the steal and the bucket. Devils in the half-court set. Good drive to the basket. This time, Jewels gets to the basket. He'll shoot 2 as we'll have our first foul of the game, which will go against the Panthers. And they did shut the lights off up here too, by the way. First team foul, number 30. Jewels at the line. First one for the Devils. He connects. He'll have one more. 6:31 left, first quarter action. Jewels, the southpaw. No good. Inside fighting for the rebound. Hickman pulls it away from Tate. In transition, getting ahead of himself was Leo Sim. Tate had the ball briefly and then taken away. Sim has it for UT. And out to Jordan Massey. Massey stops at the right elbow. Kicks it back out. When they made those 3 or 4 changes, I had to scratch in my book, so I'll do some searching for some numbers early in this one.
Good defensive intensity by the Blue Devils in their man-to-man.
And Parker Douglas takes the ball away briefly from Massey. Goes out of bounds right in front of the Devils bench. UT will get it back with 6:01 left first quarter action. Wellman and Pettit early on this one at the Panther Den. Devils out in man-to-man set. Avion Tate got just beat to the basket. Josiah Massey takes it in for the easy bucket.
Need a little bit better on-ball defense on that defensive possession.
That was Olay from outside. The three-pointer no good. Long rebound. Parker Douglas, and in the air, Douglas will get a rebound and assist as he makes the tip inside, and the pass was a nice one. Tate gets the basket. Quick timeout there as well. So 4-3 Devils take. Actually are still down by 1. That was a nice job as Douglas went up at the elbow and in midair saw the man open and went ahead and just made a pass while he was in the air. And that's the thing I think Parker does. Whether he's shooting or passing, he gets his shoulders squared up when he's in the air.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things to where, he went to the basket and, East Moline, Gosh, they're 1-2-2, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But there was no box out on the weak side. Got it. Good look underneath and quick shot up by Tate.
By the way, that first foul was on Horvath on UT. He wore number 1, but he's on number 30 now. There's 4 guys that have a different number than originally from the earlier roster. UT in the half-court set. Devils playing man-to-man. Ball being slapped away from Massey over on the right side by Griffith. Skips over to Horvath. Horvath to the left. In the little fade away from the baseline, no good by Josiah Massey. Rebounded there by Lepper, and here go the Devils. Pull it up for 3. Clausell, no. And inside, a rebound foul. Devils went for the rebound on the far side, and Horvath pushed, and he's got 2 fouls already, so Tyler Horvath's going to take a seat on the bench. Hickman, who had checked out briefly as Joe Morrow checked in, and Morrow's got some height inside as well, number 44.
Yeah, 6'8".
Yep, they go big and large as far as that. Lepper inside trying to post up, back to Tate at the top, right side Griffith. Tim backs it up into the corner. He's got Morrill on him. Now he takes baseline. Oh, and he shows the quickness and a little short floater there, and a nice shot there by Humphrey. Devils lead. Got to get my score corrected here. And a foul out high. That'll be Tim Griffith, first one against the Devils. I thought that looked like a 4. No wonder why my scoring went crazy. If I keep doing scoring like that, Coach, we'll get into the ball game real quick. 5-4. Lepper gets a rebound. Good job there. Devils heading out the other way. Right side Clausell in the corner. Griffith. Morrill popped out on him. Looked like they were setting up a zone. They are setting up into it's a 2-3 matchup. And this man-to-man. It looked like a 2-3 on the backside. But they stayed matched up. Griffith, top of the key. 3, no good. Tate fights for the rebound, gets it. Almost had a jump ball. He made 3 pivots. Nobody had it except for a hand real quick. But the jump ball will be called, so alternate possession arrow will go to UT. The Devils won the first one. The opening tip, 4:18 left. First quarter action. Devils lead 5-4. In the backcourt, Parker Douglas putting a little pressure out there. Into the front court now. Josiah Massey, back to the top. Joe Morrill, right side. That's Jordan Massey. 3 on the perimeter. Octavius Hickman, the big boy, now is out at the top. Good job covering up the backdoor cut by Parker Douglas. This is the good D you like because we talk about next year's shot clock. Oh, and a great high-low pass there. Hickman wasted no time to find Morrill, and at 6'8", real easy for him to get the bucket.
Not enough ball pressure on the pass right there.
That's why he had that easy lane in there. Clausell starts to make a drive. Tries to pass on the weak side. Luckily, Massey knocked it out. Devils will get it under their own basket. In for the game, Max Colgan checks in. Trying to see which kid went out, but one of the Massey kids did. Yep. Jordan Massey did. Josiah stays in. Lepper gets it at the free throw line from the out of bounds. Started to make a spin. Morrill helped.
Get it back to him.
Back to the top of the key now. Clausell will set. Douglas on the left wing. Griffith on the right. Lepper pops up. Trying to go high-low.
Wasn't open.
Pass was too fast, and Tate really hadn't gotten open yet to even set a position, so he was off balance, even if the pass would have got in there.
Well, you always got to wait for the guy that's posted up to get his position, put his hand up, then hit the hand, and he'll go.
Approaching 3 minutes left, first quarter action. Devils down 6-5. Morrill at the top. Hickman now flashes up to the top, gets the ball. Now the lob. They try to go high-low again. This one hits the rim. Tate did a good job of fronting on that one. Parker Douglas in the half-court set. Bounces it in. Tate went strong to the block. Gets the reverse. Tries to go up. Now he'll kick it back out.
Good patience.
Clausell for 3. Good! Jewels hits the 3 from outside. Nothing but net there. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com.
Once again, you have a paint touch via the drive, kicking it out, stepping into it.
Tate stayed with it there too. We got a foul inside. Tate. Morrill's shoes were starting to turn the color of the paint, which is wood. He's got black shoes. Thought he was in there a little bit.
once again, you try to, front and push them down as far underneath the basket as humanly possible. Then you've got the basket as an extra defender.
Yeah, like last time when it hit there. First foul against Tate. Second one against the Devils, 2 and 2. Goes into Morrill. Freiberg did a good job trying to take the charge. They didn't call a flop and they didn't call a charge, so at least it was one or the other. Devils with a rebound. Oh, and Griffith got the long pass, skipped the baseline, and had a good pass to Lepper, but stepped on the baseline. Turnover Devils with 2:22 left first quarter action. 8-6, Devils with the lead. The big man comes up. Lepper's got to play out beyond 28 feet, 26 feet.
Well, let him have it out there.
Then they bring Morrill.
If he bricks a 3 in, that means he'll shoot more.
Morrill got the easy layup, and the layup was really there because it was Parker Douglas against him. Tied 8-8 inside. 2 minutes left first quarter action.
I mean, the bigs, you can't hardly switch with 6'8" and 6'6".
Exactly. And when they're both in there at the same time, that means Griffith and Lepper or somebody else big is going to have, like I say, Freiberg, got to pick it up. Tim doing too much dribbling there, but then finds a way to the hole. He'll get a break. He'll shoot 2, but it was an off-balanced left-handed hook.
Well, hey, you went to the basket hard. You want to see that. Now, let's talk about Griffith at the free throw line for the year, 8 for 23, shooting 35%. So, we need to shore that up a little bit, especially, as active as he is around the basket.
And he's got a nice touch. The free throws look good, just like that one. Little long, little off. I mean, I don't know if it doesn't look like he's got a horrible shot at all because he hits the threes.
Minor adjustments.
Yes.
Minor adjustments.
Maybe something as simple as widen your base just a little bit. Maybe not. I mean, just a little bit. Get that wide base there. He hits 1 of 2. That's 50%. That's a good thing, Coach. 9-8.
That'll help his percentage.
Indeed. We're down to 1:30 left in the first quarter. Long pass and it hits the basket. They tried to go into Morrill. Lepper was in front. Here come the Devils down the left side. Back to Parker Douglas. Takes the 3. No good. Rebounded Hickman weak side. Freiberg slapped at it. Quick outlet. And taking the ball to the hole. Clausell got in a bad spot. Jordan Massey's going to get fouled and get to shoot 2. Clausell's first.
See, that's what I'm looking at. You got a 5'10" kid trying to block a 6'2" kid shot going to the basket. Take a charge. Take a charge. Set it up there. Let him run you over. Get it. Because it's either going to be a foul or a basket and 1.
Our problem there, too, at the other end, Freiberg was behind the play, so he was already behind. And then when the ball got up here in the half court, Parker took a chance. And once he got beat, it was 1 on none, and that's when Clausell decided to come over. Free throw is good, the first one for the Panthers. Ties the game up at 9 with 1:18 left in the first. Lepper, Freiberg, Douglas, Beeston in now, and Clausell. 4 Devils at the lane, making sure that Sim or Morrill doesn't get this. If it's a miss, rattles in, rattles out. Freiberg gets the rebound. Good job.
Box out.
And he did. He was squared out, put that butt on him, and had a good base.
That's the way you got to do it, fundamentally.
Clausell working out high against Jordan Massey. Lost the handle on the ball, but he got to go back and get it because it was tipped. Clausell's going to push it up with a crossover. Getting to the timeline.
Play of time, be patient.
Gets across the timeline. Watch the 5 and watch the extra help. There it was. Parker Douglas starts to make a drive. Goes into Lepper. Lepper did get a hold of the ball. And Lep's going to travel. On the move down low, I couldn't see because 2 of the Panthers had kind of really sandwiched Lep down.
Engulfed him.
It was hard to see the feet at all. 44 seconds left first quarter action. Beeston almost a steal at half court. Panthers looking to set it. Andy Say, the coach, trying to set up the last shot. Both Masseys out high. On the right side is Sim. Morrill's working the baseline.
Blue Devils in a 2-3.
With that 2-3.
Matchup 2-3.
The big line and back. Parker Douglas has to play one of them. Shot inside, no good. Rebounded by Morrill. Morrill up and good. Morrill with a second effort. He's got 6 now. Down to 12 seconds left in the quarter. Devils with the basketball. Clausell to Douglas, down to 6.
Let's go.
Parker, do they know how much time's there? Parker starts to make a move, goes up, runner at the buzzer. Oh, I thought it was going to go in, but pops out. And we have played 1 quarter at the Panther Den. East Moline 11, Quincy High Blue Devils 9. We're back with second quarter action right here on mechasportsco.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made from scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Back at the Panther Den, getting ready for the second quarter. Jaws is somewhere around. Jaws was a great white, was not a Panther, but they're setting us up with that base right there. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta love it. Panther cheerleaders are out. You know, I'm wondering how many times, if we're going to have our cheerleaders on the road as much. We used to see them a lot, and I'm not sure what games they pick, to be on the road. First quarter's thoughts there, Coach. We're down 11-9. Not a great quarter, but we're only down 2.
Well, we've done a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball. I can remember 1, maybe 2 turnovers, in the first quarter. And as long as we keep getting shots, and not turning it over and them going the other way for easy buckets, which I can see this team doing that very, very much so. We'll be in this ballgame.
Devils have the ball to start the quarter. Douglas, Clausell, Beeston, Freiberg, and Lepper for the Devils.
Oh.
Wow, Lepper made a cut.
Lepper was
he was looking for a ball up, and the ball went right by his feet and under his feet.
Why he was jumping, I don't know.
Yeah, no doubt. Josiah Massey, Jordan Massey, along Leo Sim, Octavius Hickman. Checking my last guy here in a second. For UT in the second quarter, that's that's Josiah there. Number 0.
What happened?
Javon McDowell.
They give Lepper a foul?
Well, there's no foul on the board, so.
Yeah, I was like.
The scoring table missed it. Here we are inside.
Well, the official didn't make a call.
True.
He just blew the whistle, so here you can have the ball out of bounds.
Hickman's in the left corner, trying to work against Lepper, brings it out for a little 12-footer. Turnaround, no good. Good screen out by all the guards. Freiberg got the rebound and got it to Beeston.
Beeston especially. Good job underneath the basket.
Beeston with the ball down the left side. On the wing to Douglas. Back to the top, Clausell. Make that extra pass. If that pass is a little quicker, I think Beeston gets a shot.
Well, once again, he dribbled 2-3 times instead of making the pass.
Right. Little floater there by Douglas, no good. Hickman with a rebound for UT. A minute into the second quarter. Drive, kicks out into the corner. Shot from 3, good. Javon McDowell, he came in as a sub, hits that 3-pointer. It's a 6-point run right now for UT, who lead by 5, 14-9.
We need to get a good look here on this possession.
In the high post, it goes to Lepper. Kicks it back out to Beeston, pulls up with a 3. No good. Good job by Freiberg, flying in from the right side. Wilson gets the ball and doesn't bring it down. A tip and the basket. That's what you like, an offensive rebound and a hoop.
Good effort on the offensive glass by Freiberg.
14-11. Panthers with the lead. Devils playing man-to-man. Massey has to give it up to Sim. Goes to the hole against Douglas. Had help with Freiberg. That was great. And then the pass being saved.
Go.
A steal by Jewels. In transition. Good pass from Lepper. Good move by Freiberg. 2 back-to-back buckets by Freiberg. Makes his presence known right away.
Lepp found himself right in the middle of the fast break. Caught it and facilitated.
5:30 left, first half action. Devils they're down by 1, 14-13. Backdoor cut Leo Sim. Leo had Beeston just enough where Beeston tripped over his own foot and Sim put the easy basket in. That was some bad luck there because Avery was on him. And then once he went down, it was an easy one.
Oh, wow.
Clausell dribbling too much and taking it the other way. And for the dunk with the left hand, Jordan Massey with that basket. Hickman with a steal. Hickman's the one that facilitated with the pass down court. 18-13. Devils give up 4 in a row. Back to pass, don't dribble, right, Coach?
Well, once again, sloppy on the offensive end.
Beeston skips it all the way across the
Another
Lepper.
sloppy
Hickman
pass.
almost took it away. But Beeston's going to be set on the right side. Avery's shot no good. Hickman pushed Lepper, and I'm all the way down to the other end. And here goes UT. Hard to the hole. McDowell, and he's going to shoot 2. Devils with the first foul of the second quarter. Check it, that's their second foul of the second quarter, so maybe they did put Lepp up there. No, he doesn't. Clausell gets his second. All right, now they got it corrected. First team foul in the quarter.
Well, you know, that's the one thing on fast breaks. You got to start slowing the ball down at half court. You can't let them get down 12 foot from the basket and then go up, you know, do a little floater and get fouled.
And he went into 3 Devils, too. Nobody stayed on the floor.
You know, the first person in half court ain't going to stop the ball, but he's going to slow it down enough to where your teammates can get back.
Kanai Humphrey checking in the game. Clausell will check out. So you're going to have Humphrey and Douglas and Beeston, the 3 guards, in with Freiberg and Lepper. Second free throw good as well. McDowell comes off the bench. 5 points here in the second quarter, and it's a 6-point run for UT, who now leads by 7.
So we've outscored them. We've been outscored 9-4 here, you know, in the first almost half of the second quarter, 4 minutes.
Parker Douglas in the half-court set to Beeston. They go down to Lepp. Lepp trying to go against Hickman. Gets on the baseline. Nice turnaround shot. Didn't go. Rolled in and out. Not a bad-looking shot. He had to be fading away, too, bumping in Hickman. That's 2 guys with some girth.
Oh, yeah.
Driving in the lane, kicking it out. Here on the left wing, 3, no good. Shot was taken, I believe Horvath back in the game.
Middle.
Parker Douglas is in the middle. Right side, Beeston, looking for a trailer. He finds Freiberg. Freiberg has his shot blocked by Morrow, who came over quick from the weak side. Good idea, though, Wilson. Maybe a head fake because Morrow went up right away.
Shot fake and then go right up into
Yep,
it.
especially the shot blockers, and Morrow's one of those shot blockers. Horvath, right corner, back to the top. Sim with it. Devils playing man-to-man. Humphrey on him. Inside 4 minutes left, first half. Morrow, turnaround shot from the short corner on the right side. Nice shot. He's got 8 points now.
Well, what a weapon. You know, a 6'8 dude hit a 17-footer.
Kanai from the right side, 3, no good. Hickman, the rebound for the Panthers.
Too quick.
Now you need a couple good D stands and a good solid couple baskets. Doesn't have to be a 3.
No.
Hickman in the high post. Morrow working the baseline. Morrow's in the left corner now. Sim looking down at him. He has nobody. Time to reverse it. Jordan on the weak side. Good recovery by the Devils in the 2-3. Beeston pops out. The ball hits the floor. Lepper gets the rebound. He'll get it to Parker Douglas inside 3 minutes and a half. Parker, before he can get a break, Coach Douglas calls a timeout, and we'll take one with 2:52 left in the first half. UT 22, Quincy High 13. Blue Devil basketball right here at MeccaSportsCo.com.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the do.
Get a 6-pack of 20.
Back in the Panther Den with the timeout. Coach Douglas trying to set up, and I think what he said is what we were just discussing. We need to have a couple good defensive stands, and we need to get down on the other end and put the ball in the basket.
Well, you know, I mean, you know, one pass and a launch 3, you know, on a, you know, slow, fast break. Not a good shot. You know, it's one of those things, work around, make them play a little bit defense, you know, expose what you do best and what they do worst and go from there. But, you know, the quick one pass shot, can't do that. Well, we don't shoot good enough to do that.
Exactly. And we don't rebound enough on that as well.
Yep.
Scott Harding, the AD here, came up, talked to him a little earlier. Of course, his son Brock played for Moline and then went over and played for Iowa, and now he's playing for TCU.
Oh, he's TCU now?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll tell you a little bit more about that. Good pass from Lepper down to Humphrey. Humphrey snuck in on the backside on the left baseline, got the bucket. That stops that 8-point run by UT. It's 22-15. UT still with the lead.
Once again, a little bit better ball movement. Get a good shot.
Max Kogan just checked in the game. Missed the shot, but Morrow gets the rebound. And a great job when Morrow brought it down. Kanai stole it from him.
Well, be careful.
Parker Douglas drives the floater. Off the board, off the rim, floats out. Kogan gets the rebound for UT. Little fast on the shot on that one. But here's Kenai making excitement. Another steal. Knocked the ball away so Lepper could get it. Kenai drives in, kicks it back to Douglas. To Lepper, pulls up for a quick three. A little too quick. Oh, but it hits the back of the rim and just stops and drops in for a three-pointer. And we love those three-pointers. Brought to you by Kevin Vandeman and Woodmart Building Supply. WoodmartBuildingCenter.com. Kevin's got good wood.
Brings us down to a 4-point lead with 150 to go. Big 150 here, for the ball game.
And I tell you, it's a nice breakdown with that shot. From the side, three, no good. Massey took the
foul.
shot, but that's okay. Freiberg did pick up the loose ball. Griffith's in the game as well. He brings it across the timeline. It's Humphrey, Griffith, Freiberg, Douglas, and Lepper. High post. Lepper looks, fakes to Freiberg, fakes to Griffith. Now
there
drives.
we go.
Kicks it out to the right side. Kenai drives in traffic. Lost the handle on the ball. Picks it back up in traffic. Somehow gets to the basket, and the reason he got to the basket, he took a couple steps. And so Kenai found himself in a place where he doesn't belong, and that's in the middle of the paint with the bigs.
Yeah.
I don't mind you taking it there, but if you pick the ball up there, keep your dribble and get out of there. 1:15 left in the half. Devils have brought it to only a 4-point deficit, 22-18.
Okay, Devils in demand here.
Sim being picked up by Douglas. On the left side's Massey. Starting to make a flash there was McDowell. He's had 5 in this quarter. Sim starts to make a drive. Finds McDowell in the left corner. McDowell's three is no good. Lepper tips it. Morrill had it too. Lepp thought he tipped it off of Morrill. I wasn't sure if it went Morrill, Lepp. It was so quick.
Well, Lepp's got to do a better job of keeping him out, within 3 foot of the basket. 6'8", 6'7", you can't make it a jump ball situation. Make him go over your back.
Sim triggers the ball out of bounds, then immediately gets to the top of the key. Passes the right side. Three-pointer's good. Left him off a screen, and that was Josiah Massey. Hits a three-pointer. 25-18, down to 35 seconds left in the second quarter or the first half. Stick around. We'll have halftime stats. We'll talk about what's happened in the conference. Griffith brings it right side to Freiberg. Freiberg back to Griffith. Had the ball tipped away. Luckily, Griffith picked it back up, but then dribbled right into Massey, who took the ball away. Massey missed it this time. Was going to dunk it, but then didn't. Freiberg gets the rebound and then throws it away. So Devils had a chance to close this one down to 5 or 4 points, and 6 seconds left in the half. Massey at the top. Drives, goes inside, up, under, no good. Freiberg gets the rebound. So the Devils will dodge that last possible basket, but still find themselves down by 7 at the half. 25-18. Fans are playing, so stick around. We'll talk about this at half. We'll take a break here. Halftime at the Panther Den. UT 25, Quincy High 18. Back with more on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Cunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Cunis Honda.
And Cunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Cunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Cunis makes it easy.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Mecca Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's Player of the Game. Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecca Sports Co. MECCASPORTSCO. And you can also find us at meccasportsco.com for the full game schedule and more.
It's halftime at the Panther Den. Much like the earlier game, they had some ball players playing. They had real young kids earlier. This looks more like 5th to 7th grade, probably 5th to 6th grade. Doing a little workout here. Well, here's how this ball game started out. UT got the first bucket. Devils hit a free throw. UT would score again. Devils took a lead 5-4 and then had a lead 8-6. We were tied at 8, 9, and the last 3 points of the quarter went UT's way and led 11-9. That first one was a tie to make it 9. Second quarter, three-pointer right off the bat. Devils down 14-9, but get it within one again, 14-13. And then the 8-point run by UT stretched it to a 9-point game, 22-13. Devils did find their way to get it down to 7 and find themselves down 18. And at one point, it was 22-18, I believe. Yes, they hit that last three-pointer then from the side, as there was a long three by a kid in pink shoes. That must be the color of the year, boys and girls. So first half, Coach, we play it close, and really for not playing exceptionally well at all, we're within 7.
Well, I like what we did, keeping it as close as we did, number one. But, we had probably 4 different opportunities, in the last 2 minutes to cut into that, 25-18 lead, turnover, bad shot, turnover. Not a good way to finish the half up. I mean, you got to finish the half strong, end the quarter strong. And, I tell you what, these first 3 minutes coming up, I know I sound like a broken record, but, if they can come out and, cut in this lead a little bit, get it down to 2 or 3 going into the fourth quarter, that would be a great thing. And the first 3 minutes is going to go a long way, to that fact.
Coach breaking it down at halftime and breaking it down. I ate at 8 open today, but right across the street is Atlas Slice, 121 North 6. Open Thursday and Friday, 4 to 9. Saturdays, noon to 9. And we've been talking, actually, Jared said today to Coach Brunner and myself, Coach Brunner, you haven't been there yet. And I think right now it's not by the slice, but it's about an 11-inch pizza, basically.
Wow.
Nice and small, good enough for you. But chef-driven craft pizzas and wings, open flame high heat oven, right there at Atlas Slice, 121 North 6.
I wonder if we could call and order that up, so after we're done with Springfield tomorrow night, we can go get that and go watch the Bears and Packers somewhere.
That is the way they do that for 8 open, where you can schedule ahead online and get your meal set up. So I'll have to ask next time I'm talking to him on that. So
I'll get a phone number. I'll make a call.
There you are. And let's go ahead and look right now at the Western Big Six for tonight. First of all, leading the conference starting tonight, Moline is 4-0. Rocky and East Moline 3-1. Sterling and Geneseo 2-2. One of those wins from Geneseo was us at an early stage, which I think we can get them. Galesburg and Quincy 1-3, and Alleman 0-4. And on this January 9th, Sterling is hosting Alleman, Moline and Galesburg, and Geneseo and Rocky. So Rocky doesn't have much of a game tonight, although, Geneseo might give them a little bit of a game. Moline and Galesburg, again, not really sure how that'll play out, and Sterling and Alleman. So really this might be the best matchup in the conference tonight.
Yeah, I mean, East Moline's quality team. They're going to be a tough out no matter where they play and who they play.
And looking at the conference, next week the Devils will be up at Moline. It'll be a Thursday, Friday again, where the Blue Devils from the girls' side will play on Thursday at Wharton Fieldhouse. Then on Friday, the Blue Devils will travel up there. Well, check that. That's a week from now. We still have a Tuesday Alleman home game. So the Devils will be back tomorrow night for a non-conference game against Springfield at 6 o'clock. And then on Tuesday, Alleman will come into town. Then Rocky gets East Moline that night. So that'll be a good one. Devils get to come back home. Even the Blue Devil girls, I don't remember the last time we were at a home game for them. They don't remember the last time they were at a home game. And when you look down the schedule, at the Sophie Classic this weekend, at Moline next week, hit to the next week. Oh, there you are, January 20th. It's the makeup game against Sterling on January 20th. First time the Devils will be home, and then they'll be home Tuesday and Thursday that week. And then they'll be at the shootout on the weekend as well. So it's got to wait a couple weeks, but it doesn't matter where you're playing. You got to play them, especially in the conference. So,
you got one home game and one road game, if they're playing the conference. So, you're going to see them, if you beat them the first time or whatever, just like Galesburg. Double overtime win at the Theo for the girls. for Galesburg girls. Now they got to come down to Quincy.
Yep, end of the month, January 31st on that one.
Well, and Quincy's a hard place to play.
Yep, halftime. 3 minutes left here. Devils are down 25-18. Join us for the rest of the half and the second half after we take this break. MeccaSportsCo.com.
At Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. Discover top mattress brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Your purchase always includes free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress. Plus, enjoy 0% interest for up to 5 years. Better bed, less money. Only at your locally owned Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, where comfort and community come together.
Sleep tight. Sleep tight.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back to the Panther Den. It is halftime. And with that, the Devils come back on the floor, so do the Panthers. So coach is in there. What do you think the chalk talk was? Did they still use chalk? Yeah, it was dry erase boards and that, but the chalk talk of the halftime.
Well, take care of the basketball. You know, make sure you're getting a good shot every time. You know, one pass and launching a 3 on a transitional, fast break. It's not even a fast break. Everybody's back and you're making one pass and then launching. Not a good look. Pull it out, run your stuff, make sure you're setting your screens and make a good pass. I mean, we got sloppy with the ball the last 3 minutes of the second quarter, which, we could have cut this lead down to, almost nothing.
Yep, when it was 4 points at 22-18. And even if you don't give up that last 3-pointer, that's what it's at, 22-18. So it's kind of a dagger sometimes going into the half.
Yeah, but the wasted opportunities on the offensive end, getting sloppy with the basketball, you can't do that. And I know this is a young team, but these freshmen now, as far as I'm concerned, are sophomores.
That's what Coach already says.
And the sophomores are juniors. It's time to, either you produce, and make good decisions, or you ain't going to play.
Indeed. Waiting for the second half. We'll take a break. Come back. Second half action. MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
And we're back at the Panther Den. Halftime is over. We were talking about Brock Harding down at TCU. Also, Freeman, he's up at Creighton, and he ain't playing that much.
At Creighton, okay.
Yeah, Harding said he's just not playing, and he played a lot at Iowa, so not sure what's happening over there. So second half will start off. UT will have the ball. Horvath, Sim, Massey, and Hickman inside. Devils will go Douglas, Clausell, Tate, Lepper, and Griffith. UT has the ball, working on the far end. Sets the ball to the left side. Man-to-man coming from the Blue Devils. Oh, it'll give and go there. Ball got down to the block. Shot was an off-balance shot by Massey, rebounded by the Devils.
Griffith kind of bodied up to him underneath the basket.
You got it. Wasn't a high percentage there. Griffith's strong, especially for a freshman. Inside Lepper. He wanted to get to that little hook. Still found an avenue for that hook. I thought he might get behind the backboard, and Lepp opens up the second half with a basket. Devils
I still like to see him catch it in face, shot fake and then go.
I think Hickman bumped him off the spot on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that.
Hickman going to bump a lot of people off a lot of spots.
Tate took a chance over there, and Josiah Massey made him pay for it. His second three-pointer of the ball game. He's got 8 in the ball game. Can't take those chances. And then if help would have came, that would have put the big man open inside. 28-20, Devils are down by 8.
Hickman, the 6'6 senior, going against the 6'7 freshman. Oh.
Bounce pass, it was into Lepper. Douglas went cutting.
Tough pass.
Oh, it was. It was there where it was a short hop into a knee. That was going to be tough. And if Douglas would have had it, he would have had to bring it out with the dribble because there was no way he was going to be able to take it up.
Yep.
Douglas on Sim, bringing it up. Sim through the legs to the left side. Screens coming as they exchange. Horvath changes and Massey. Down on the block to Hickman. Hickman dropping the shoulder, getting out in front of the basket. And the ball just rolled over.
Foul.
And they called a touch foul on Lepper. His first. Hickman, you let those two big guys play, and quite honestly, I'm not really sure I would have called anything. I thought that was just a good basket, and we move on.
Well, you know, and I'm always a strong proponent. You know, somebody's down on the block, you get in front of them. You get Lepp out in front of you at 6'7", putting his hands up like that, that pass is going to have to go way high, and you better have somebody down there so when Hickman gets it, brings it down, you take it from him.
Hickman will have a chance at an and one here. 6:34 left, third quarter action.
Because you're down there banging, you never know what's going to happen with the referees. Oh,
no good.
Box out.
Rebounded by UT. And Horvath must have stepped on the line on the side.
Or did he give him a foul?
Nope. Not real sure. He's going to, they're talking to Andy Say right now, the coach for the Panthers. Either way, Devils will have it in the backcourt with full court pressure. Clausell brings it up to Douglas. Across the timeline, left side Tate. Bounces into Lepp, who's getting double teamed. Hickman's all over him. Lepp luckily moves the ball around a little bit. Hickman will have his first foul. The big guys inside each have one. And so if Morrow and Hickman can play that strong inside and not foul, that makes it tough inside. Box out of bounds play for Douglas to trigger. Into the near corner to Tate. He'll go back to the top. Clausell made a pass. Now check that. It's to Clausell. Tate starts the drive. And Tate did not beat his man to the spot. That was Massey. And Avion, the offensive foul, it'll be his second foul, second team foul of the third quarter.
I mean, I'm a strong proponent. You catch the ball, you do a shot fake when they're running out at you, then you go by him.
Yeah, because his defense went ahead and beat him to the point.
Yep. Well, but he got it and ripped it and went.
Right side, Massey. That's Josiah. Back to Hickman at the top. Making a cut to the basket was Jordan Massey.
Travel.
Hickman spins, rolls off the rim. Almost offensive goaltending. Lepper gets the rebound. And the big man's going to commit his second foul. Team foul number 2 on the Panthers. 2-2 at 5:52 left in the third. Morrow's going to check in at 6'8", a little thinner, but also has an inside-outside game. Pressure being applied. Jewels is in the backcourt. Brings it up on Massey. Behind the back. Get a crossover. A little push off there, too. Bring it to the left side. Tate comes to help out. Tate, got to get it to a guard. Tate has it stolen from behind. Massey to Massey. Clausell, though, great defense, hustling back and stealing the ball. Jewels with a drive. Good no look there, and it was a great pass to Parker Douglas, cutting from the right side. Douglas the basket. Clausell gets the assist.
Once again, Clausell down the middle of the floor, kicking it out to Douglas, who filled the lane for an easy layup. Another steal.
And here's Parker Douglas with a steal. Goes in hard. Count it. Parker Douglas, 2 baskets in a row. Devils cut it within 6, 30-24.
That's all we've needed right there.
5 minutes left in the third. Hickman's got to come in, and they throw the ball into Morrow, who didn't look it in, out of bounds. Devil basketball.
And Devils were back in their 2-3 zone, and Tate got out on the wing, got a fingertip on it, deflected it off the East Moline player.
Josiah Massey checks out, so it's Hickman and Morrow, the 2 big guys in at the same time, along with Sim, Horvath, and Jordan Massey. In the half-court set, a little too much dribbling. Ball was tipped. Lepper went out and got it. Into the post. Griffith looked for a backdoor cut. Wasn't there. Good patience. Lepper goes right side. Douglas starts to drive. Throws it up. Lepper couldn't get it. But Tate did get it. Trying to walk the sideline. He could not, so out of bounds, goes back over to UT.
I think if coach has got to play in his little, play bag, to get Griffin the ball out on the wing and let the big guy come out and try to guard him and then go to the basket and then follow up with offensive rebound.
Tim can dribble and can shoot from outside, too, so if he hits one, that brings the big guy out even farther. In the short corner, Hickman looked in for Morrill. Parker Douglas was there with him. Luckily, Clausell picked him up. 4:20 left, third quarter action. 3 passes on the wing. Lepper went to tip. Douglas gets the rebound for the Devils.
Go.
Right side, Clausell starts to drive, pulls back up. No.
That's a tough shot.
Lepper, though, gets the weak side rebound. Little shoulder. The short hook, no good. Morrill gets the rebound for UT. Down the left side, Massey. Massey to Hickman. Hickman drops it down. I don't know how the ball got down there. The spacing was bad. Shot, Sim misses. Inside, Lepper lost the handle. Morrill took it away. Morrill got the bucket, and then Morrill got fouled by Lepp all in the same play.
Well, once again, you got to push him out at least 4 or 5 foot away from the basket. That was a jump ball right underneath the basket.
At 6'8", it's an easy basket, too.
Well, 6'8" versus 6'7", it's a jump ball, and you're underneath the basket. Probably the 6'8" kid's going to get it.
A little thinner, maybe gets off the floor just a little bit.
He's got long arms just like Lepp.
Hickman just missed the end one a second ago. Lepp was on that foul as well.
That his second?
Yes, it is, and Morrill's no good. Tim Griffith tracks it down for the Devils, down 32-24, inside 4 minutes, third quarter action. Freiberg to Clausell at the point.
Let's get a good shot, guys.
Back to Freiberg. He'll set the offense. Lepp's working hard against Morrill. Griffith now comes down to the left corner. Lepp goes all the way up.
They're trying to front him.
Griffith back to Clausell, yes. And we had a foul, a two-arm shiver by UT.
Hickman got his third.
So Hickman now with 3 of them all in this half. That's going to set the big boy down. 3 team fouls on each of the Devils and the Panthers in this quarter. Wow, Douglas had it there. Coming around was Clausell to the weak side block, but Sim saw it and had the nice kick stop.
Well, you take the ball out of bounds, you got to be a passer.
Douglas triggering the box out of bounds play. Kicks it back out to Freiberg. We'll reset the offense. 3:25 in the third. Clausell just off the right side at about 30 feet. Lepper flashes up high. Clausell now starts to make a drive. Right side, Freiberg in the corner. There's Lepp. Didn't wait for him to get down there. Luckily, Lepp gets the tip. Flips over from the right side to the left. Griffith, though, has the shot blocked. Good hustle by Sim, but Sim put his foot down before he passed back in, so the Devils will try it again. Good interior passing in there, but Morrill anywhere around is quick to block the shot. Got some good wingspan. Freiberg at the top. Hounded out there by Max Colgan in the ball game. Stops at the free throw line. We'll go back out to Jules. He'll set the offense. He's got Massey on him. Taking it in, double team. Dribbling in a double team. He'll get bailed out. But if you dribble in the double team, get it out of the double team. First of all, don't dribble it in the double team.
Well, you're dribbling, at a player. And I always used to tell my players, somebody's dribbling at you, you go back door. You don't stand there, because that lets your guy go up and double team.
4th foul called against UT on that one. Max Colgan, his foul. 2:50 left, third quarter. Devils have the basketball in their half-court set right in front of us. Jules drives in. And a good job leaning in to get the foul. I'm not saying it was not a high percentage shot, but the 5th foul. And so Juels will go to the line to shoot 2, and the Devils will shoot 2, the last 2:44 of the third quarter.
And he's one of their better free throw shooters at 61%. So hopefully he can knock a couple down here and shorten this lead up a little bit.
First one is nothing but net. 2 out of 3 tonight for Juels. He's got a 3-pointer in the first quarter. Leo Sims checks out. Jordan Massey checks back in. Josiah stays in the ball game. Leo Sims as well. Next year, Mac Cogan. Horvath stays in. 2 for 2. 3 out of 4 now for Juels.
Brings it down, 32-26 with 2:40 to go here in the third.
Devils on defense. Driving to the basket was Horvath. Horvath lost the handle of the ball, and it was down around his knees. And when he started to bring it up, you had Freiberg was there and Douglas. They're going to call Wilson on the foul, his first.
I thought he had both hands on the ball, and it was a jump ball.
It definitely looked like that. 14 foul. Now, wait a minute. I've got 4. The board's got 4. So why are we shooting? Oh, he was driving, and he went up for the basket. He actually had a shot. It sort of was a shot. Horvath missed the first one. That usually tells you that maybe it wasn't a made one. Jewels will go out, and Avery Beeston will check back in for the Devils. 2:37 left in the quarter. Beeston, Douglas, Freiberg, Griffith, and Lepper. Everybody with Beeston in on the free throw lane for the Devils. Second one up, Horvath misses. Good job by Freiberg screening the shooter. He got the rebound. Parker Douglas in the half-court set for the Devils.
Sound fundamental play.
Beeston now at the top. Lepper flashes up at the high post, now behind the arc. Bounces it inside. Freiberg. Ow, that was a good touch by Freiberg. He saved the ball there.
Yeah, that was not a good pass.
No, not at all. Luckily, it didn't go out of bounds, and then UT knocks it out of bounds with 2:18 left in the quarter. Douglas to get a break. Kenai Humphrey back in the ball game. And when Kenai came in the first half, he made things happen 2 or 3 different times on the defensive side. If you put the ball on the floor near him or Douglas, they're going to go down and get it. And, of course, they're built a little lower to the floor, too, so it helps. Kenai on the left side with Horvath on him playing man-to-man. Starts to make the drive, gives it to Beeston. And Beeston goes right to the top of the key, and Lepper just looks at it go right by him. Lep thought there was a guard on the other side. My feeling is if it's zipped close to you, grab it. There you are. Devils down by 6. Good chance there of getting down to 4, but we'll have a chance with a good D-stand. Massey being guarded by Tim Griffith. Heads over to his brother. Passes the ball, and he exchanges at the top of the key. Horvath on the right side. Freiberg had him to Morrill. Now a little handoff. Horvath's going to take that from behind the screen. No good. Lepper went up. Now where's the jump ball on that one? Morrill went down. Lepper had the ball. And then all of a sudden, Massey gets to take it away and go in for the layup. I don't know. I thought that was a jump ball when they came down, but we're not home with that shot there. Makes it a 34-26 game.
I'm sorry, if Lep's got 2 hands on the ball, nobody should be able to get it away from him.
Yep, take it away. So, quick timeout with 1:42 left in the quarter. You have a timeout. Make sure you stop by either 8 Open or Atlas Slice, the 2 businesses on 6th Street Promenade. Promenade. We talked about the adverb or the verb and noun last week. 601 Main, a Southern Kitchen, and across the street, Atlas Slice, 121 North 6. 142, Devils find themselves down 34-26. Just can't break it down there into that 4 or less.
Well, we've played them basically even here in the third quarter.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's like you'd hope to pick up, a couple 3 points and get it, 3-4 point ball game going into the fourth, and then figure out.
Full court pressure. Wilson Freiberg got it to Griffith, and Griffith moved the feet before he started dribbling, and a turnover. That's what you didn't want. Little pressure was coming from the Panthers, but nothing that we couldn't beat. Ball goes to Horvath in the backcourt. Beeston will pick him up. Horvath past the UT shield in the middle center of the court. Morrill sends it right side to Massey. Morrill made a cut to the basket. Helping out was Beeston, and probably a good idea to come across and foul because it was going to be point blank, high percentage layup.
Yep.
Beeston's first. 5 team fouls on both teams with 1:27 left in the third quarter. Massey, who just missed a free throw on an and 1. He's got 10 points.
They have those now? And ones?
Yes. Missed the first one. And that's a much lower percent than point blank. Parker Douglas in, Griffith out. So.
Oh, yeah, you got to make them earn it. You're in an 8-point game with, 127 to go here in the third quarter. You got to make them earn it, the rest of the way out.
Morrill shoot again. This one's good.
Kind of banged it in, but.
1 out of 2.
I'll be honest with you. He put the ball in his hands. He's getting to the point rim. Hit foul him.
Douglas, a lot of pressure in the backcourt. Parker got the ball and was just bumped from behind. Josiah Massey. They got him for 2. I had him for 1. Maybe I put an extra one somewhere. But it's 2 shots no matter what with 1:26 left in the third.
Yeah, we got Douglas at 69% from the free throw line. That's the first one.
Parker, a good shooter. He's had 5 all in this quarter. Massey goes out. Leo Sim, I believe, checks back in for UT. Sim, Massey, Horvath. Big guy Morrill, and then, of course, McDowell. Second free throw good.
Quincy got a small, quick lineup in there, with Beeston, Humphrey, and, Parker.
Good job on both free throws. Now 6 for Parker.
And they're in the man-to-man, getting out after it.
Only one big man on the other side, and Lepper's going to take him, although there's a roll and almost got to the basket. And I thought Lepper was going to get it. Morrill trying to bang. Morrill didn't get it. Then taking the rebound away from Lepp was Freiberg. Nice job. 1 minute left, third quarter. Parker Douglas all the way to the hole, but he went into Morrill. That's a low percentage chance there as Morrill blocks the shot. Horvath, his little short one, no good. And then nobody screens out Morrill. Morrill gets the basket. He gets fouled, so he'll have another chance at a blue-collar 3. So when it rains, it pours a little bit. You take it to the wrong guy. He blocks the shot, goes to the other end, gets an offensive board and a putback.
Yeah, and that's a big, bringing it down here. Okay, you're down by, 7. Got an opportunity to set something up, get a good look, knock it down to 5 or maybe, 4. And
they only have left for 2 fouls. He should have had his third. But Morrill, good rebound by Freiberg. And with 47 seconds in the backcourt, Beeston will bring across for the Devils.
Rebounding's effort. Now is good effort by Freiberg.
Lepper was trying to post up down here as the Devils working around to the left side. Freiberg at the point. Fake the pass inside. Kanai starts to drive. Now he pulls up. No good. That was a good look once all the defense went away from him. Kanai had the shot and took it. Pass down to the right side. Sim brings it back to the top with 20 seconds. UT wants to take the last shot of the third quarter.
Need a stop here.
Up by 9. Oh, and Parker Douglas almost a steal. Tipped in the backcourt. Sim now brings it in with 10 seconds. Massey, hesitation, almost an overlap. Massey works against Beeston. Lepper comes in to help. But then Morrill's on the weak side. Morrill missed the first one. Morrill missed the second. Morrill probably got fouled maybe on the second one.
Maybe?
Maybe? Well, that's because I can't see that far down the court, but we have played 3. It's the Blue Devils 30, or check that, UT 37 and the Blue Devils 28. We're back to the fourth quarter here on MegaSportsCo.com.
This season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Yes, college football is back.
Our lives finally have meaning again.
After a really long offseason.
Look, our QB's on the draft slide.
Whoa! Oh, he's going. To where? Not where he expected.
Everything will be questioned.
What is this place?
Don't they know it's Saturday?
Everything.
College football is changing.
The Dr. Pepper flavors, too.
It's all connected.
Fansville Season 8.
I don't think I've ever seen someone slide so far.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Fourth quarter, hey, baby. Time for the Blue Devils to put something together here. After one quarter was only down 2, 11-9. Halftime down 25-18. And that was the three-pointer that stretched it from a 4-point game to a 7. Third quarter, now it's 9, 37-28, but low scoring on both sides. So the defense has been out there. It also means that maybe the percentage of shots is not there. Devils will come out with the basketball in the last quarter. Douglas, Clausell, Humphrey, Freiberg, and Lepper in the lineup.
I think the one thing that the Devils have to figure out now is there is no shot that's worth 9 points.
Yep.
It's going to start on the defensive end. And
Horvath took it right away from Kanai. Taking it all the way to the hole. Massey misses it. Good job. Oh, I thought that was a good play. Parker Douglas got back in bounds and got the ball. And they said no. That's your boy Joe there, coach. And so 7:47, we played 13 seconds and goes back to a box out of bounds play for UT. Lots of flashing, ended up taking it to the corner. Massey picked it up, so Sim gets it away. He'll bring it back to the top. Parker Douglas will guard him. Man-to-man coming from the Devils. Hickman way out there. Let him shoot. We've said that all game. But there's a backdoor cut. Sim made a great backdoor cut. Devils got really, there's a jockstrap laying out there. The good news is the pass was perfect, but Sim couldn't bring it in. Turnover, Devils get it. That was just a head fake. You know, your guy takes a quick look and boom, he's gone backdoor. Half court set, Kanai with it, top of the key. They bounce it at Lepper's feet. Lepper tries to pass past Hickman. Saves the ball. Devils will still hold on to it. Joels will set the offense against Massey. There's the backdoor cut. Freiberg was there, had the ball tipped away. Then he got smacked. He gets it out to Lepper at the elbow. Devils reset. Nicely done. Clausel pulls up at the elbow. Nice job by Joels. He looked off the defense, too, in the right corner. That gave him the opportunity to hit that two-point shot. Foul coming down the court. Be the first foul of the fourth quarter.
Humphrey got it. Yeah, he got a little bit too aggressive, on that move.
Kanai his first foul in the half and the game. First couple games, remember, he used them all up. Leo Sims brings it across. Parker Douglas knocks it away, but Sim gets it to Octavius Hickman. Massey over to Sim on the left side.
You stop here.
They go down to the short corner. Hickman's going to try to post up Lepper. Pushes him down. And Lepper did a nice job of boxing him man for man, chest up, but then he leaned forward with his hands, and that's the foul.
That's got to be straight up, and that'll be a no call right there, and probably, a defensive rebound and a fast break.
Lepper, his second foul. I had him for 3. And now it is 3. I would have had him for 4, excuse me. Second team foul against the Devils in the quarter. Hickman misses the first. He's 0 for 2 on the night.
Okay, let's make sure we box out here, get the rebound, go down, get a good look.
1 out of 7 for UT in the third quarter at the charity stripe. 1 out of 8 now in the second half. That's a good opportunity to come back in a game if the other team can't hit from the charity stripe. Second one by Hickman is good. He's only got 3 in the ball game. Their first score in this quarter, 38-30. UT has the lead. Devils with the ball. Clausel dribbling out there. It's Massey. Kanai comes and gets it. Sends it to Parker. He's working on Sim. Lepper comes out top of the key. Lepper looks. He's got Hickman on him. Clausel to come to help. Joels now pulls up for the 3. Good! And hit a little hand there, too. I thought maybe the follow-through. Joels hits the 3. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center.
Well, they only gave him a 2 on that. 38-32.
Oh, really? He definitely looked like he was behind there, so we won't give a Woodmart call on that.
Go ahead. That was a good shot.
No doubt. I'll have to make it a race over here. On the left side, Horvath being guarded by Kanai. Well, I'll tell you what, unless he made that extra step a little too far forward, Massey stops at the free throw lane. Clausel picks him up. Good cover by the Devils. Sets to the left side. Back to the top, that's Hickman. Hickman will go right side to Massey, who started to drive. He was stopped immediately there by Clausel. Ball works around right corner. Back to the top. Horvath at the free throw line. Good spin move, and I'll tell you what, Hickman made a nice spin move there, Coach, for a big guy.
He's got good feet, good hands.
Tell you, there's some football guys that would take him. Tight end or that. 40-32. Devils down by 8. Still 5:10 left in this one. Lepp comes over to Douglas for 20 foot. No good. Weak side Kanai almost steals it away from Horvath. UT takes it down the left side. Hickman in transition. Looked at a 3.
Let him shoot it.
Freiberg covered up, which was nice. He's got a nice touch. I think last year he hit a couple threes on us, but it's a much lower percent shot than that layup. Hickman takes it left side. Massey steps back. Drills the three-pointer. Josiah Massey has 3 trays in the ball game. Didn't hit one in the first quarter, but he's got 1 in every other quarter. 43-32. Inside to Lepp. The short hook. No good. Nice looking shot. Devils had no boards on that one. Here comes Massey. Kanai tried to get in front. Massey goes all the way to the basket for the layup. Coach Douglas, after a 7-point run by UT to build a lead, 45-32, up 13, and that's how quick it can happen. It happened in the second quarter with that 8-point run that went from down 1, 14-13 to down 9, 22-13. Same scenario here. Devils got it within 6, 38-32, and with a 7-point run, it's a 13-point game. The kind of math we don't like.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, a couple of not so good. Well, we got a good shot down there left, but, Hickman was bodying up on me. It was a tough shot. Kick it out, repost and go, but tough shot, rolled in and out. They go down and score. Make a turnover, they go down and score, and then we're down by 13.
Stick around in the post-game show brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. This is kind of Hardee's color in here, the orange colors. Not that he'll admit to being a UT fan. Brian Harms is who we're talking about. We'll also hear from Coach in the post-game. Steve Spivey down there, as well as Joe. There was a nickname for Joe, too. I do not remember what that was. 4 minutes left in this one, just about. Devils down by 13 with the basketball. Left side, Douglas, 25 feet from the basket.
Plenty of time.
Wow, skipped it all the way across.
And then a fadeaway challenge three.
Almost threw the ball away, and then that. Freiberg doing a good job in the backcourt, tipping the ball away. It's Clausell, Freiberg, Douglas, Griffith, and Lepper. On the other side, Joe Morrow's in the ball game, the big tall guy. Hickman, the big tall solid guy. And the guards, Massey. And now from the left corner, Massey hits another three-pointer. Josiah Massey drills his second in a row. Actually, it might have been 2 out of 3. And it's a 48-32 ball game. He's got 4 in the ball game. He's got 18, I believe. Check that, 16 unofficially. Lepp tried to save the ball, and he went into 2 of the fans out there in the front row. The one old gentleman's talking to the guy in the front row about, that was a nice catch there. 3:27 left. Now we're down 16. The problem is if we start looking for quick shots, it'll expand pretty quickly. This has been a real tight game for the most part. We just can't get over the hump.
Well, until the last, 3 minutes. I mean, we've had a couple of bad 3 minutes, in this ball game that could have, if we'd erased those, we'd be right in it.
On the right side is Massey. That is Jordan. Back to the top of the key. Hickman going to try to take Freiberg. Freiberg stayed on the floor. Hickman gets the ball out to Morrow. 3 minutes left. UT's in no hurry. They'll reset the offense. Hickman, the short corner. A spin move against Freiberg. Gets behind the basket, and Lepper takes it away. Tried to make a pass. He was caught in no man's land. Here comes Jewels. Wow, he found Parker Douglas, but Parker was on the baseline. And a good dipsy-do there by Wilson Freiberg. Freiberg took it to the hole, and Morrow, and he got Morrow up in the air, and they went right around him.
Well, you take it right at the shot clock, the shot blocker, and try to get in their chest.
Ball on the other end. 2 of the Devils are hunting down for it. Luckily, Morrow did not get it. Devils have the basketball. Approaching 2:20 left in this one. Down 14. Boy, that was a good play on the last one. Bouncing into Lepper. And we got a foul on Morrow from behind with a hand check. It'll be his second.
That's one of the few times Morrow hasn't been able to move his feet and get around in front of Lepp. Lepp had good position on that. Morrow had to come through Lepp's big body and foul him.
Jordan Massey goes out as well as Hickman. Lepp, they try to go in there. Boy, Lepp got the ball and then off his head too. That was a tough pass to throw in there.
Well, they're standing straight up and down. You got 6'8", 6'7". It's a jump ball. That's why it was so close.
Clausell, hesitation. Good hesitation. I like it. The official down low did see the tip by UT, so the Devils will have it. Parker Douglas will set the out-of-bounds play. It'll be a box out-of-bounds play. Freiberg and Lepper low. Clausell and Griffith high. Griffith gets it short corner. Strong. Good move. Weak side rebound. Parker Douglas had it, and it squirts away. Leo Sim gets it for UT. I was just about ready to say we need to see Tim in there a little more and go into the hole. And there he had a good chance to take it to the hole. He had a bucket and a free throw way back in the first quarter. Haven't got him in the scoring column. Horvath, as UT spreads it out now. Dev's going to come out and get a little bit of this. Morrow has it.
Well, and they're going to have to start fouling immediately because we've only got 2 fouls in the quarter.
Morrow dribbles it out of bounds, but before he dribbles it out, a timeout. UT gets bailed out there. 1:31 left in this one. It's UT 48, the Blue Devils 34. Back with more Blue Devil basketball right here. I had to think where we were at. MeccaSportsCo.com.
Cunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Cunis Honda.
And Cunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Cunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Cunis makes it easy.
Back at the Panther Den with 1:31 left, 48-34. Panthers leading the Devils. We talk about it. That second quarter 8-point run. And then the 10-point run. I thought we had another 8 in there, but that was the 10-point run. They got 2 more points after we talked about it, actually 3. And those are your 2 runs right there that have stretched this game out. You figure right there it's an 18 to probably 4 because we had a basket, and that's the difference.
That's the difference right there.
There you go.
I mean, you got 2-3 bad minute stretches, you know, that basically you can't do it against a good ball club.
Massey has the ball for UT in the backcourt. Clausell picks him up into the front. We got McDowell in there with the 2 Masseys, also Horvath. And there's Morrow with a nice spin and roll to the basket. Good news for the Devils, it popped out. So Morrow's going to have to shoot 2 free throws. I thought that was point blank, was staying down there and just had a little juice on it.
Well, I was talking with Brock earlier. He goes, first team to 40. I said, nah, first team to 50. I'm pretty close.
You are indeed.
Well, you remember last time we were at East Moline.
Right
and
on.
Coach Weber was.
Morrow makes the first. Here we thought he was point blank, and when he missed that one, might have gave us an opportunity because Morrow did miss 3 out of 4 in the third quarter.
I was going to say 1 for 4.
1:18 left. 49 now for East Moline. Morrow will have 1 more. Devils will be back home tomorrow night. 6 o'clock start for that Saturday night game as they take on the Senators of Springfield. 2 for 2 this time on Morrow. Only good news was at least he didn't have a 3-point play. Morrow gets a break. Substitution there. We'll find a news guy's got to be in the game. So we find out who that is. We got the 2 Massey still in there. Horvath is in there. Oh, that's McDowell along with Sim. 1 minute left. Tate's back in the ball game. Didn't come to the ball. Freiberg did pick it up. Foul on the floor. It's only going to be the 3rd team foul against UT. Devils will have it back, and substitution, Carter Trowbridge will check in. Naz Kelly will check in as well. Freiberg and Griffith get a break. 1:01 left. Emmerich Batley also in the game. He's going to trigger it in. Keep coming to the ball there, Avion. That's the second time he almost didn't come. Back to the top of the key. Clausell with the ball inside a minute. Clausell. Tate wasn't there. The pass wasn't there. Tate tipped it, and UT takes it away.
Clausell, instead of hitting a runner, should have hit it out to the wing and then go inside.
Forced a couple here at the end. Horvath now holding the basketball with 35 seconds and counting left in this one. Hopping around there was Jordan Massey. He's going to come out, I think. Massey's only got 5. Now his brother, he's got 16, including 4 threes. We've given up 5 threes from outside. The Devils on our side hit a 3 in the first quarter and a 3 in the second quarter. That's not enough wood to build a house. It's not enough to build a doghouse. 30 seconds left. Trowbridge is going to pick up Leo Sim. Man-to-man coming from the Devils. Tate reaches in for the help. Not there. Sim gets the layup. Can't reach in to help out. You got to move the feet to get there, even if there's only 20 seconds left in a ball game. Devils in the set. Batley brought in the dribble, kicks it out. Tries to go all the way into the corner. Horvath takes it away. Ill-advised pass. Clear across the whole formation. And a defender right there, and there's the final buzzer. So the Devils, not only an 8 and a 10-point run, but a few of those mini runs every time they try to put something together. And when you put it like that, You end up losing by 18, and that was the final. Panthers 52, Blue Devils 34. Devils will fall to 3-10. Panthers move to 10-5, so they go in double digits. And the Devils have to turn around for a non-conference game and readjust, because coming in, I believe Springfield is even right around 9.
10-5, I believe.
Are they? Okay, right around there. So I missed what they did during the holiday, but Devils can't get a W on the road, can get this W at home if they clean stuff up, but that's the remedy for a lot of games.
Yep, yeah, it's one of those things to where, once again, you come out in the beginning, play 32 minutes, value all your possessions, and, God, aside from about 6 minutes, well, they probably played 24 minutes, 3/4 out of the 4 tonight. And against a good ball club like this, not going to turn out well.
Well, and I think, too, this showed you the game that you come out of a break. It's your first game. You've had live action, and you've had good practices, but when you come out, it's a little different when you go against a different team, and we're just that little bit of, I don't know if it's the rust, but just that little bit to get us over that little hump. So
yeah, we had some bad decisions, on the ball handling and shot selection, tonight, which, wasn't good. I thought we got sped up a lot, like, okay, I make this shot, we're down by 9, we're going to be tied. No, don't work like that. You get a good shot every time down. You make sure you get your butt back on the defensive end. Make sure when that shot goes up, you put a body on somebody, get the rebound, then push it out, and try to get some easy looks at the basket. But, East Moline tonight did a very good job on their transition defense.
And on defense, too, when you got Hickman, the big guy inside, and then you got Morrill, the 6'8" kid who can move.
Oh, yeah, he's a good ball player. Did he play last year? I don't remember him.
Yes, he did. Both of them did.
Okay.
And he spotted the same thing. Maybe not as much as he did tonight, but that's the way it is. But, hey, anyway, stick around. That'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. We got the Hardee's post-game show. We'll also talk to Coach. That'll be the QHS Auto Group Coach's comments. And we'll break it down with Coach Pettit and myself as we head back after 2 nights here at UT. A win last night, a loss tonight, but we'll turn it around tomorrow. Both the Devils and the Devils from the girls' side both play tomorrow, so they'll both have a chance to get a W. Your final from the Panther Den. UT, that's United Township, or East Moline, 52. And your Quincy High Blue Devils, 34. Stick around for the Hardee's post-game show right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back. As a lot of people aren't happy. You got a little youngster out there saying, I'm not ready to go home yet. Welcome to the Hardee's post-game show. One of our great guys out there, Ponch. I don't know if he saw me or if he's waving to somebody else. He does a lot of supervision out here. I love him. Didn't see him all week, and so until he walks away here. Well, the Devils were down 11-9 after 1. 25-18 at the half, so it was stretched to a 7-point game. And that was the close one. It was down 4 before that three-pointer. 37-28 after 3, and wrapping out 52-34. And Devils will lose this one. Breaking down the scoring first for the Devils, one guy in double figures. That's Juels Clausel. He had 10. 6 points from Parker Douglas, all in the third quarter. 6 points from Wilson Freiberg off the bench. 5 points from Brendan Lepper. 3 from Tim Griffith, all in the first quarter. 2 from Avion Tate. 2 by Kenai Humphrey. Avery Beeston in the game. Emmerich Batley also in the game, did not score. Naz Kelly and Carter Trollbridge checked in. They did not score. And we're waiting for Whitfield to come back. And, of course, Gooding, Woodson will come back here in a few games as well. So on the other side, missing one bucket, I think, but Josiah Massey had 16. They took their board down pretty fast. 15 out of Joe Morrow, the big guy, 6'8", off the bench. 5 from 3 different guys. That's Octavius Hickman, Javon McDowell, and Jordan Massey. And 4 points from Leo Sim. Max Cogan played a lot of the game. He did not score. Tyler Vorheth had 2 free throws, missed. He did not score. And they might have taken a couple guys off the floor late that I didn't get in. But that's your final there, Coach. And, they're always disappointing. And at least now, as you got a barometer for the second time on where we stand and where the rest of the conference stands, we can play with these guys. Don't you think?
No ifs, ands, or buts. We were, first quarter, we had several opportunities, at the end of the second quarter. It was 22-18. We had the ball. They scored 3. We had the ball again. We didn't score in the last 4 possessions, of the second quarter. And we could have made a dent in that, or we could have been, tied or in the lead even. But we got a little sped up. Didn't make good, not good shot selection, not good ball handling. We had another stretch like that, beginning of the fourth. You know what I mean? Where, we're right there, we're 6, 7, 8, 9 down, got 3 or 4 different possessions and opportunities to cut into the lead. We just didn't do it. Inexperience, yes, but, after a while, the inexperience, like, okay, who's going to play and who's going to do what I want them to do?
I got a positive note for tonight, Coach. We shot 6 for 8 from the free throw line.
Well, that's, yeah.
And so, obviously, 3 of 4.
Not enough free throws, though.
Right, but 75%, which is, we're shooting that 40 all season. So anytime you can look for a bright light, there's a little bit of a glimmer there to say, well, let's get to the free throw line more then. Looking at that, Joel's went 3 for 4. Parker hit both his. Griffith went 1 for 2, and there you are. So, distribution as far as scoring, we get 6 different guys scoring out there. Nobody's really been committed, there. Early, I think some dribbling, a little too much dribbling. We talk about that. You can't take a dribble into the defense, especially on a double team.
Well, several times we had the ball going down the middle of the lane, and it should have been catch and then immediate pass, and you'd have a wide open look. But we decided to put it on the ground 2 or 3 times, then make the pass. Then that gives the defense the opportunity to get over in front of you, and guard you a whole lot better than quick, pass, and go from there. So, learning.
And, and Douglas, Kenai came in, did a nice job on the defense too. If you're around Kenai or Parker Douglas, and you put the ball down, you're going to get taken away because these guys are just hounding after that ball. And so just some keys there tonight. We'll be glad to hear from Coach afterwards. I want to hear what he has to say about overall, in the play. And, again, I think it's a couple of those runs, as you mentioned. An 8-point run and a 10-point run, it becomes 18 points, and that's your difference in the game right there.
Well, and when you play 26 minutes in a 32-minute ball game, against a quality ball club like East Moline, now you could do that against Solomon and maybe come away with the win, but you can't do that against a team that now is 4-1 in the conference, and probably in second place. I don't know what Moline did tonight, but this is a good quality ball club. They got 3 or 4 scorers. They could put the ball up and beat you any given night.
Well, we'll have to check that out tomorrow night. We'll do an update on the Western Big Six. We'll be playing non-conference, but we'll have all those rest of those scores. Scores don't move as fast as they used to.
Oh, it's terrible trying to find scores.
Even the next day, it's a lot of times we can't find a score that night. You always thought you could find a score somewhere that night. Chris Durr and I had that comment. I'd love to be able to where, guys could send in their box scores over online, and it automatically jumps into your box scores, and all the stats get updated, and you can keep that cumulative there, because I'm still a sporting news guy, and I love the box scores and the stats. They don't always tell the story, but they give you a pretty good idea of how the game was played out there, and I always would love to have the turnovers and some of those things we don't normally get up here. We can kind of pretty well guess at where they're at on that, but unless we keep track of that. Devils lose this one, 52-34. It's the Hardy's post-game show. We'll take a quick break and come back to wrap this thing up when we talk to Coach and get some final thoughts out here From the Panther Den, it's MechaSportsCo.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight. Sleep tight.
And, of course, this is the Mecha Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight. Better bed, less money. Sleep Tight, Quincy and Jacksonville. SleepTightMidwest.com. Did we get a score out there?
Moline beat Galesburg tonight, 57-45. At Wharton.
All right. Victory for Moline. Galesburg.
So Moline, that makes them 5-0 in the conference, 12-4 overall. And, UT stays right behind them at 4-1. Let me see if I can find the Rocky game.
And we're waiting for Coach as he comes up here. Not yet. He hasn't made it to anywhere, and so he's still in the locker room. And sometimes like this, it's a discussion. It isn't getting mad. It's pretty well breaking down how the game went, breaking down to them, how close we were. And, again, those couple chances there that we let go.
They play tonight, Notre Dame?
I don't think they played at Pittsfield. So
okay.
That's another thing that makes me mad.
Yeah.
He's looking on ScoreStream. You got a Quincy Highland game. Now, the girls played there.
Yeah, and the girls
and that was
supposedly
close.
lost 71-51.
Right, and that one wasn't the same score.
No.
And so Notre Dame is at Pittsfield tonight in the Saukeys, I believe is on the schedule that I had. And so we'll check that. And usually don't get down to Highland unless they would, well, the girls do. So I won't second-guess us on that. And you're getting a chance to watch the great crew at UT break down their bench and everything and the tables as we wait for Coach here in the post-game show. Well, Coach, again, talking tomorrow, we'll go take the record. And, that's what Coach said beforehand. Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't look at your record. Look at your heart and how hard you're playing, and that's your focus right there. I mean, it's not about, if you're learning in this situation and you're building a house, you don't worry about the second and third floor. You worry about every brick you're laying on that foundation. Now, I'm not a home builder, and I hope, that guy out the contractor says, no, that's not how we do it, and so that's great. But you do draw up a plan, obviously, first. And after you draw up your plan, you build your foundation, whether it's a basement or not, and you work from there. And if your foundation ain't built right, the house will not be built right as well. And, wow, I'm starting to go to a story where huff and puff and I'll blow your house down. We're talking about, the wolf there and the 3 little pigs. How did they get there? We don't know. That's just a swell story. Here we are waiting for Coach Douglas here, and the Devils lost to Moline. It'll be the Senators from Springfield. And the Senators have been making a few trips over to Quincy in a row. And it's not like Batavia, who loves to make a trip down to Quincy and make a road trip.
And we're going to Batavia this year, right?
No, I think they're still at home, aren't they?
Okay.
I'll double-check that schedule. But I believe Batavia pretty well has – they don't want you to come up there. They like coming down to Quincy.
Oh, yeah.
And I like that. Lost my train of thought on that. But anyway, I'm just double-checking that here. And it's late in the season. Yeah, it's at home. Always is, 6:30. On the day that the girls go to Sterling, and so a tough one there. So Sterling's
the
playing
Sterling girls lost last night to Moline.
Did they?
64-50.
And they were ranked.
And Sterling was ranked, I think, 8th in the state. If
8th or 9th, yeah. I think you said that the other night. So, again, the conference, when you get beyond, Galesburg and Quincy are right there at the top, but the other teams can knock you off any given night. You go to the Rock Garden, and Coach Hall is tough there. Moline has gotten better because they took the number 2 scorer from Alleman, and so they became better.
All's fair in love and recruiting.
You got that right. So, and we talked about them on the boys' side. The lottery for Abby from Moline, and he goes to Rocky. Moline got the first one, but we mentioned there's another game in that conference, and there's a postseason in there as the Western Big Six will have Moline, Rocky, and UT all fighting each other. And Normal. And so that's a tough regional. We talk about our regional down in, Fallon, Alton, all the teams down there that are very good. That's a tough regional to get out of up here as well. So, and for us, there's nowhere else to go. You go to Springfield, it's 3A or less. so you don't get to play those teams. So, hey, we're just jabbing here on the post-game show. United, I like this sign. They have a nice scoreboard down there, and then they have a big old banner that goes over it that says United Township, home of the Panthers. And, well, I would have showed you the scoreboard a little earlier. You would have saw this. But right down there is where their scoreboard is, and they cover it up afterwards. They renovated this place a couple of years ago, and so it's a little brighter. It's got the new bleachers, and if you're here in our level, and if you're looking here to our right, which I don't know if I can get that far over there, that poles that run all the way down there, you'll see a spot where it looks like it might have been a gate to walk down. Well, it was back when the bleachers came all the way up. Now, if that was open, you've got about a 6-foot-plus drop down there. That's amazing how many bleachers you lose. They have 5 bleachers in the bottom row that I'll bet you used to go up to 10 the way they used to be set up. That all changed.
Well, they used to have the big booth up over there, too.
I forgot about that.
You know, right in the middle over there. So
right.
you used to be able to go up there and sit. And, you know, I used to go up and tape games.
And where Coach is talking, straight across there from the UT in the stands all the way to the top where it says Panther Den, welcome to the Panther Den, all the way at the top. That's where they had a big press box. Some of them press boxes up there, we talked about, we were at Rockies. We did use their press box this year. And Wharton Fieldhouse, we're not going up there. No. Nobody's going up there.
Way
that's
too
just
high.
that's just waiting to come falling down.
Here, did you want that back?
Well, thank you, Coach. That's the stats. We'll do some update. You can have that because I've got one at home then. So, all right, we're going to take our Cunis break first because Coach's comments will be brought to you by the Cunis Auto Group. Get out there and check out their beautiful lot. Check out their new bays inside to work on the cars. It's just beautiful out there. They've got all these cars, and by the way, they've already sold one car out from under me this year on the Accord. I'm driving a 2024 Chevy Malibu. It's got about 68,000, and they want to see how fast they can sell that out from under me. And you better get at me while I'm in town because I'm on the road a heck of a lot, and we're not running back until I get back in town. But that is, of course, the Cunis Auto Group, faith, family, and giving back. We'll hear from Coach when we return here at the Panther Den, if they don't kick us out or shut the lights off any sooner, on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Cunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Cunis Honda.
And Cunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Cunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Cunis makes it easy.
52, give up 44. We scored 45, give up 56. Yeah, we had to be in the mid-50s to win this game.
And that's Coach Pettit in the post-game show here at Hardee's. He's breaking down. He had said before the game, there were comments about being in the 40s, and it was a low-scoring game early. A lot of that's late scoring. In fact, actually, 37 after 3, that's under 10 points a quarter. Nope, check that. Under 13 a quarter, just over 12. And then that last quarter, that's where that 10-point run came and stretched out to an 18-point victory for UT. Well, let's check out some other stuff here for the next week or so since we're talking about basketball here on Mecca Sports. We mentioned tomorrow the girls are down at the Sophie Classic taking on Park Hill South at 2:30. The Devils are at home at 6 o'clock at night taking on the Senators from Springfield. Then on Sunday at the Sophie Classic again, the girls will take on Stratford, the team they lost to in overtime last year. And I haven't looked up yet any reports on that team, but they had a heck of a shooter. I've talked about it. I just haven't pulled the book up yet to even check. And that'll wrap up this week. What do you got for a score?
Yeah, last night, girls, Galesburg 56, Rocky 36.
I thought that was the boys, and I thought, wow, that'd be a crazy score there. And that next week, the Devils will have Alleman on Tuesday at home, so they'll be back home after tomorrow night, but it'll be a conference game. On Thursday, the Blue Devils from the girls' side travel to Macomb. Check that. Moline, 7 o'clock. Then on Friday, the Devils will travel to Macomb. And on Saturday, then, that's twice we're going to Macomb. We're going through Macomb to get to Moline. How about that?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a winner.
And then it'll be at Lincoln, and Alexander's still coaching there, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think
oh, yeah.
He will pass away.
Well, they're very
while
good
coaching.
this year.
Yeah, he'll be there. When he passes away, it'll be on the basketball court. There's no doubt about it. Coach Douglas now joins us here. We'll give him a chance to get his headset on. Coach, we talked about the style of play for us, and one of the things we had mentioned, you got to stop the runs. We had a run in the second quarter, I believe it was, 8 points, and a run in the fourth quarter of 10 points. That's 18 points, and that's what we lost by.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we give our guys credit. We told them at halftime, we were in this situation against Granite City, and we were able to turn the corner. Tonight, we got back into it, and every time it seemed like we got close, we did something, to ourselves to hurt it, to hurt that chance, whether it was, sloppy offense. Tonight, I told you before the game, but we had six practices in a row where, as a coach, you're kind of thinking, okay, what type of practices are we really going to have? We're coming off of a tournament. We have a little bit of a break, no games, went 2-2, lost our last game. What type of energy are we really going to have going into these practices? And they shocked us by having it, 6 days in a row. So they proved that they can do it in our gym. Now we got to prove that we can do it in everybody else's gym. I think this group has a lot of there's a lot of valuable pieces. Everybody provides something positive for our group. We got to find ways to get it out when we're on the floor playing against other people.
And this UT team is a decent team. You've got Hickman, big guy inside, Morrill at 6'8", that can come off and play. The two Massies, Horvath, a lot of guards that get aggressive out there that we match up with, and I think we can match up with this team on any given night. But as we mentioned, the mistakes and the little mistakes, those add up. They don't seem big maybe at the time until you put two or three of them together.
Yeah, it's we have to be better offensively. There's no reason why we can't execute our offense more than one time, and that's what it was tonight. Our base offense, we executed one time all the way through where we got a ball screen with Lepper on Jewels, and he pulls up and hits a three. And the rest of the possessions were empty. And I told our guys afterwards, we cannot be an outcome-oriented team. Our focus can't be on, okay, well, we scored here. Well, how did we score, and are we going to be able to score at a high percentage against the best teams on our schedule? Great defensive possession. I heard a couple of our guys on the bench, they go for a backdoor cut, and it just bobbles off his hands and goes out of bounds, and guys are yelling, great defense. But was it really great defense, or was it just the outcome that we're praising? And we have to be a process-driven team and trying to get our guys to understand that, a three went in here, or we finished a bucket here, but is that going to get us a bucket in this moment, or 5% of the time, or is it going to get us a bucket 95% of the time? And in most cases, it's a lower percent. So, got to be better there. It doesn't help when you lose a key player that was going to play a big role an hour before we hit the road, and you throw another wrench into what this group has had to deal with so far this season. It's not easy for any team, let alone an inexperienced team, to have to say, okay, well, we were going to do this, but now we got to scrap that. And this is what we're doing defensively. And we were going to do this, but now we got to scrap that, and this is what we're going to try and do offensively. And not easy for them.
Looking for positives, and Coach and I talked. We didn't get enough free throws, but we were 6 for 8. So that's a positive. So you got to look at that and say, hey, we're making free throws.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Coach Pettit?
Well, I thought Freiberg gave you a big lift off the bench. Scrapping for rebounds, defensively. Made a couple of buckets. And seemed to be in a good flow with the offense.
Well, he's had a really good week of practice. Avion Tate has had a really good week of practice as well. And those two guys are guys that they got a little I don't want dirty in a good way, but got a little dirty in practice. They weren't afraid to dive on the ground for loose balls and mix things up and go at guys and make them better. Talk trash to the first team guys, and that's the type of fire that we need out of our group, and they definitely provided that and got better this week.
Well, we turn around tomorrow and go home. We're back home, so that's always nice. Non-conference, the Senators, who have improved their team. They're playing good. They got 10 wins already.
Yeah, they're really good. They're a scrappy team. It's going to be a sloppy game. They want to try and slop it up. They got guys that will shoot any shot. With 2 or 3 guys on them, pull up shots, and Talk about process and outcome. I think they're more of an outcome-oriented team right now, but they'll let it fly. So guys that are more than capable of knocking down shots, running in transition, it's going to be another tough one for us.
And Springfield has been over much like Batavia, not because they want to come over, but they're still finishing their gym. So hopefully we'll get a chance soon to be over and check out their brand-new gym.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indeed. Well, hey, get some rest. Let's have a good ball game tomorrow, and we're shooting at 10.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, man.
And that's Andy Douglas. His comments were brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, which we have already checked in on. Coach, we're going to get your last comments there as we wrap this thing up here from UT.
Well, once again, shot selection, the spurts. We played 26 minutes tonight. Need to figure out how to get this team to play closer to 32, and value each possession offensively and defensively. And I think this team is going to be fun to watch.
Indeed, and we'll be here watching it, so good deal. For Coach Pettit, I'm Jeff Wellman. The final score here from UT, that's East Moline, the Panther Den, our last trip of the year to the Panther Den. It was UT 52 and your Quincy High Blue Devils 34, and you've been watching Blue Devil basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com. Good night, everyone.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.